Oh yeah, there's a lot of different players, but
I hope the stream's going. Someone double check that for me.
just CMS YouTube.
Yeah.
Live now. Looks like it is working.
All right. How many viewers do we have? I'm guessing around 5.
Let me check because I just closed it.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate.
We have 2 viewers, including me.
Oh, nice. Nice. Maybe someone should go advertise the stream.
The stream's fucking banging. Holy shit. Is there not a bot that like auto-announces it in the CMS Discord? This reminds me of PPM calls. 6 people in the call, 2 people talk. Can I check your audio? Are you streaming on the YouTube too, Dan?
I assume my audio is probably working okay, but there's
Yeah, let me mute everything and then go listen to it real quick.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, we do have the match starting in about 3 seconds now. This is going to be a match between TC and the Adventurer.
Okay, good news. Audio's working for both, and we now have 3 viewers.
Wow. Oh, that's wow.
That's
okay.
300% increase.
Yeah, stepping things up. I am impressed. Anyways, we do have the offenses coming up from both teams now. Avedis is going across top mid as heavy. He's a bit spaced out from the rest of ADV's offense, actually. I believe they're going there somewhere. Oh, yeah, they're going across the top bridge. That's interesting. So you've got Crizzle and Hollow as well up top now.
They're going to go down the backside.
Yeah. Avedis is actually going in a bit early. He's being chased by June and Flagpost, who are both heavy, as well as Lorraine, who is Ninja.
He probably came in expecting to try to kill the Pyro, the Assassin, but all he did right now is just give the Pyro more frenzy hits.
Interestingly, Ash is their Pyro. Avedis took a lot of damage, though, so he should die on the staircase.
Yeah, Halo should have been waiting. Halo shouldn't have chased him up, in my opinion.
Yeah. Regardless, we do have Ash there to assassinate. Hollow really couldn't have blocked there either, just because he had taken a lot of damage, and the Pyro was there waiting to slow him down. Now, for ADV's defense, we have Didondo as heavy. Free Rider 14 is actually going to be their chemist, and he's out there fighting Arctic Galaxy.
Going to kill the Assassin there.
Yeah.
Go back into Invis. His offense comes in now.
Swit is their heavy on offense with Pudgy as their medic. Pudgy just did go down, though, so Swit should be cleaned up here. She does get a steal, though.
The Pyro is down, but there's too much damage going into her.
On the other side, we do have another steal from Avedis. He is going out up top. June is in the way, though. And he does go down to damage. We do have a second steal again from ADV. Crizzle is out, adds medic going bottom. She doesn't web the entrances, though, which is, I guess, inexperience. But very quick turn to kill Reed. She does have support coming up now.
This is going to be a camp if they don't steal. That being said, ADV's offense, or TC's offense, rather.
Yeah, is primed to go in.
Swit's in
looks like
very early
in time.
Arc
and
free steal
actually
bottom.
Does go down. Forms gets the recovery.
Arc is untouched bottom is Soldier. No one in front of her. One
bottom actually works fairly well, although Wolf is in the way now. She does have support there in the form of Forums, and she is going to get the medic as well. Pudgy is there.
This is a cap.
Should most likely be a cap. I don't see any offense.
There's an Assassin coming in from top, but I don't think they're going to make it in time. They actually took the back right instead of going by flag. No way the Assassin gets there. First time
yeah, Ark actually slowed up though. I think, assuming the assassin. If she had just gone in first.
Yeah. Hallow has not been hit. He's up top, completely on top.
With the medic as well.
Yeah.
But the medic isn't there, and Sam's Ark gets between them. And gets the very quick kill to Hollow. Yeah.
I'm done. I mean, even if in that situation if they do go to stalemate, it's still going to be Chemist versus Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And we just saw how Chemist is a lot easier class to kill, especially when both of them have support. ADV is running their trademark multiple ninja defense, even on opposites here.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, though. We do have ADV's offense, the 3-person offense, going below.
Yeah.
June is waiting for them at the first entrance, so I don't think they're going to try to go up that. Lorena actually also catches out Hollow, and she doesn't quite get the kill. But Avedis, on the other hand, is out again.
You just try and kill this ninja run.
Well, no, because the Pyro's right there, and
I think he has space though. He's gonna take so much damage now. He's forced to turn, but it's really late.
Yeah, he does get to water though. Avoids the frenzy.
He's actually gonna go across here. He's gonna have support from the medic. Arctic is out on the other side, up top.
That's Soldier going up top. Yes. So already, both
Arctic has no stake.
Opening things up quite a bit.
Yeah, Arctic currently on no stakes. Just gonna need a medic. Soon there actually is a ninja lord.
He's getting up there. Wolfie may get in the way, but not quite enough. It's very hard to deal damage as ninja.
Wolfie probably didn't realize how low she was and decided to go for the medic instead. But Ark was probably about half health with no stake there. But that's gonna be a full restart on both sides, and we're in a stalemate now.
Which is obviously your favorite part of the game.
Oh yeah, 100%. We have a Vetus here in like just the normal heavy camping spot on top above the water. Gonna get knocked down here, but there isn't anyone at the bottom to really do anything to him. He's just gonna climb back up. Where's Arctic holding?
So I don't know who I would give the edge to on recovery right now. Sam's Ark has been doing a lot of damage for TC, but the rest of the recovery has been sort of middling, I guess I'd say.
To be honest, if they
though, ADV does have a number of people who could play Pyro on recovery, amongst other things.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they really have a standout other than Wolfie.
And it depends on what the team send on, like, Recov here. Because if they send a Recov that's just going to, like, punish Avedis for, you know, being heavy and not having a lot of mobility, he could go down, but on the side of Arctic, like, she has way less armor being a soldier. So, like, a high damage offense, like, multiple ninjas could take down Arctic, where it's almost never going to kill Avedis. But something like multiple heavies could destroy Vetus where Ark could just walk away.
Yeah.
So it's really dependent on what each team sends on Recov here.
And actually, Ark does have a lot more control on that spot with the drop down. Just because Soldier can wall climb back up, so she can keep moving around a lot more freely than Heavy in that position. Which
well,
is
that and if she ends up below the water and can't jump to get back in, she can just wall climb back up in as well.
Yeah.
Whereas on the other side, we've seen tons of people fall down there as Heavy. Think they're in the water, get frenzied, you know?
Yeah.
Ark should be able to avoid that pretty easily. Assassin can counter that, like, stop him from
Lore is creeping in there behind Avedis, maybe to knock him down, but doesn't manage to. So, interestingly, they're leaving Killer as Pyro in recovery, but he does go down there to Crazy.
One thing TC could do here, actually, is send like a heavy top to knock Vetus down, then have like an Archer Pyro or like Archer Assassin something down bottom.
Yeah, that spot is a little difficult to headshot. You would sort of have to get them out away from the back of that because you can't really headshot the back. At least without moving into... No, still I don't think you could.
But if they knock him down into a Pyro and he can't get back up into the water, that could be the, you know, perfect thing to make him move.
Right.
That being said, we haven't really seen either team get their Pyros close to the flag here at all.
The thing about Archer, at least on the bottom, is it's fairly easy to spot coming in.
Yeah, it's really open.
If you have one person roaming bottom, that is. I don't think either of these teams necessarily does, though. ADV is sending a pretty heavy recovery across top, for example, right now. They are going to get slowed in part by June. I think June took the ninja out.
Yeah, that being said, I really don't like what they're running against the soldier, though. Double heavy chemist, she's just going to drop down, and then they're useless. If they drop down, she just climbs back up.
So, Sam's Ark's the Pyro right now. He's switched over.
Frenzy used there actually to kill the chemist.
Yeah, but I think he was just focused on taking out the recovery. On the other side, looks like TC's recovery is more or less getting stalled out here.
Yeah. I really don't like what ADV's running against the soldier. She'll just drop down and climb back up. Like, chemist double
either team is really well equipped for this. With that said, June is doing a lot of damage here, but I think all of it's going to be nullified by the fact that he's right by spawn, so he should go down shortly.
Venus is backed up as well, which makes him more vulnerable to stuff like Pyro, but he can't get knocked down by the ninja as easily.
Now, Sam's Arc is actually coming across top. Looks like he's going to drop down to the bottom level from here.
Yeah, I always prefer going from top as Pyro on here, just because it's a lot.
And he can just wait there until he has the right amount of support.
Yeah, he might wait around the corner, but Avedis is going to be really hard to knock down at the moment with where he's standing. He backed up 2.5, 3 blocks, and getting him out of that corner where he is going to be really difficult with anything other than a heavy.
With that said, that may be exactly what TC's running. Let's see if they have anyone coming across top. They don't?
Yeah, June is heavy, right above him.
Oh,
dropping in right about now. Fighting Free Rider, but Free Rider's not going to really do much.
But if it's...
Yep, they're trying to knock him down.
Yeah. I don't see the knockdown happening right away. Yeah. And they do have the Pyro committed to keep Avedis alive right now.
I'd prefer to see double heavy than ninja heavy. Because that ninja's really not going to do anything.
You have Killer coming around bottom as well. Now, Forms is in a position where Male could get lucky and see him, but it's also entirely possible that he won't. Male's lagging, and Sam's just...
Holy shit, he's insane. Away.
Male's lag there really was doing a lot for him in that fight.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to be in a position where I have to fight someone who's doing decently at PvP, but also skipping every second or two. Because you just have to reset where you're aiming every time.
Well, just like not naturally, you're not like used to. Okay, so...
does get knocked down. There was no one there in time, though.
Yeah, Sam has no frenzy and was not quite there.
Wasn't really in position. If he hadn't given himself away, I mean...
Yeah.
But that could work for TC going forward, whereas ADV... We haven't been watching, but I haven't really seen anything indicating consistent pressure. That may change right now, though. They're about to get 3 people in.
Yeah. They do have Wolfie as soldiers. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Arctic. If she drops...
Male may try to get the knockdown here. Wolfie is soldier.
Yeah, so that's big. Medic goes on cooldown.
Does go down, though, so... Oh, Mori comes in late, but doesn't really get too many people. Dondo's coming back up. Nobody stopped her.
Yeah, he should just respawn here probably and reset. Unless there's a fire in the area, which I don't see.
Dondo's still going, but guess Arctic's going to be fine there.
He was in a position there where he could actually potentially body block the medic heal. If you knock Arc into the corner, it's hard for Pudgy to around heal him.
Now, Wolfie's going across bottom more or less by himself here. Killer's doing more or less the same thing on the opposite side. And we do have Sam and June coming up top. But they have been spotted by Dondo, so ADV should know.
I think he said June... There are 2 heavies here with Sam.
Sam does go down, though.
Oh, yeah, he's down.
Ninja comes in.
ADV's entire team is in their base right now, so...
Yeah. For a team that's down by a cap, they're certainly playing more defensively on Recov here.
Well, especially on a map like
this. They play a bit of a passive style compared to TC in general, but... Still, I'd like to see them commit a little more.
Playing defensive recovery-wise when you're down a cap on a map like this is almost a guaranteed, like, loss. Because, like, this map is already, like, extremely hard to recover on. It's probably one of the hardest ones that is played in matches. And if you're stacking that many people around your flight gear, you're not going to recover, and the enemy team likely isn't going to as well.
Yeah. So Pudgy is just switching every now and then to keep Arctic buffed. That could be a fairly substantial thing to at least not have it as a disadvantage. Whereas Hollow's obviously on the other side, keeping Avedis buffed. It's a pretty light group around Avedis right now, though. Although, looks like June's getting stalled by 2 chemists. We do have Sam coming in here with medic support. That's interesting. But Mori is going to be there to get the assassinate coming back, and
Frenzy goes through with
this is the frenzy on Avedis, yeah. Ash was in the mix there as well as Assassin waiting at the bottom.
Yeah, that's the thing. Ash killed, like, most of the support for him, but it doesn't matter, because, like, this spot for holding is insanely good. Just because it's so close to spawn. Yeah. And it's, like, not that far from flag. It's, like, a perfect spot to hold. But the one thing we do watch out for on this map, though, is if either team, like, senses they're, like, about to get recovered on, it's a free steal for either team of the enemy flag.
Right.
With how they're playing, because they're both playing super defensively. And we could easily just reset into another stalemate.
So Vitis does get knocked down. There's still a lot of pressure at the bottom here. Ash is coming in late. I don't think he sees the assassinate. He does just in time, and that's going to be a save for ADV.
Looked like the medic nearly
unblocking for a little while there as he was trying to rush over to the ladder.
Well, I think it was a split-second block as well, because the medic healed him and made him unblock like right as Ash came in as well.
Right, yeah.
So that was pretty lucky.
That could have been a disaster.
Yeah, that was...
we do have TC coming around bottom as well. Killer is now Archer. They are going to see that, though. Male's in position, so they're just going to jump him, and he's dead.
Yeah, Archer's way more viable here for TC than it is ADV. Because against Soldier, it'll almost never work on here, but against Heavy, if they can knock him down, it could be decent. But they're sacrificing so much damage on
Crazy actually burns a Frenzy going in, but he may be able to get it back again if he's able to kill these two.
Judy's setting up a lot of attention here, actually, in red spawn. If someone else comes in, it could be big. But it's just going to be a solo ninja going onto the Heavy, and that's not going to do much.
But yeah, ADV's Recov looks pretty impotent right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
By running this Archer, they're dropping, like, he's playing in a spot where it's really hard for him to get knocked down, right? So by running this Archer, they're dropping so much damage, and he's a Heavy, they're like not going to kill him without an insta-kill at this point. If they're running that Archer. Like, Killer's in, like, position to headshot, but he's never going to get knocked down there with where he's standing. The only way he gets knocked down there is if he jumps down it for a power coming top. But knowing that there's an Archer on bottom, they should just play top. Well, he has been knocked down like twice, but like, at this point he should know what they're doing. He knows they have an Archer, so he's playing like even further back now. And they should just be patrolling top, watching for the Pyro, because if there's no Pyro, he has no reason to jump down. He's Heavy with a medic. And he has two chemists with him as well, so...
Yeah, sorry, I had to more or less go AFK there for a second for the viewers.
You're going to be dropping in here on a red spawn.
Yeah, the Pyro is waiting there, so unless he's...
I bet it's lagging like shit. It looks like he's taking knockback like 3 seconds late. Not anymore, but it was. Almost gets knocked down again, but...
Yeah, that actually got fairly close. They let June get pretty close there, but I guess there wasn't really anyone waiting at the bottom besides Killer.
See, here's the thing. Knowing there's an Archer down there, you could almost play one of these like side rooms all the way back, but I guess they're not confident they can kill the Pyro every time. Because if the Pyro doesn't get through, right, there's like no reason to be near that water.
Right.
He's just making himself more vulnerable to that Archer by doing that. So if they can really lock down that Pyro, he can just play super far back. But either way, like, they're going to have to send more people on recon if they want something to get done here.
Arc has less armor than a little more defensive right now. They do have more people grouped up around Arctic. Wolfie is waiting there, and I think they may have spotted Mori on the staircase. Yeah, Sam has and does.
Wolfie actually can get knocked down there. Super unlucky. Larlis just threw a damage pot at Arctic, and the edge of it hit Wolfie and knocked him down.
But we do actually have a
Pyro's in with Frenzy.
With Frenzy.
What?
He does get webbed. Good web placement from Pudgy.
Yeah. Super interesting Frenzy there as well.
Yeah, may have expected to be closer. Or he could have attempted to stake, and that sometimes triggers Frenzy if you're not on the right spot.
Yeah, what I was thinking is maybe like he expected to be closer, but once he got webbed, he popped it anyway. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
That was probably their best shot.
I know it's generally best to not discount human error in these games, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that was arguably their best shot at a recov yet. I mean, Arc didn't even drop into the water. If he'd gotten in there and hadn't gotten webbed, there's probably a decent chance he gets that.
Yeah.
I do see this map ending in a 1-0, though, for QC.
At this rate, anyways, yes. Yeah. We'll see which team decides they want to push more. Looks like TC has actually grouped up a bit more on defense.
Yeah, I don't like this call from TC saying that they need another on recovery. They're in the lead here. They just saw 2 minutes. Again, Arc, actually just based on classes, Arc is more likely to get recovered off of.
This is definitely not TC's pick, though. This is very...
Oh, yeah. So any win is good for them. Like, any...
Exactly.
But I think, honestly, just play defensive here. Take the win, you know? Don't give them a chance to get capped. Because, again, Arc is going to take so much more damage. Arc is just naturally going to take more damage than Avedis just based on class.
Sam's Arc coming up from bottom here, interestingly. He's going to run into Male, although it looks like Doorpost is actually going to try to kill the Pyro. Does not manage to. Killer is still there as Archer.
Yeah, Crazy gonna go down there, only got like 2 hits off.
Now, I was expecting Sam to go up top, but... a little premature, Ash. You've still got a minute left. Okay, Sam's coming in now, but looks like he's gonna get caught here. There's just too much damage for him.
His follow-up came in super late. They should have gone in like before him or like with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
If June was in front of him, you know, which is
could have taken a lot of damage there for him.
That's probably gonna be
getting. Does get knocked into the fire.
Actually, okay. Killer, I don't think realized, but as he was fighting them, Avedis ran to flag. That could have been a potential headshot.
ADV's going for one last recovery push, maybe hoping that Arctic will move to flag.
Well, ADV has 2 in flag right now, and they're camping the flag post. They're probably going to send everyone on recov. Hope to get a last second recovery here and cap it.
But they're all coming through bottom. I don't think they're going to... Why did Arc go down?
I don't like Arc moving. They're in the lead. Don't move. She's taking a ton of damage here. She's going to go back up.
She's climbed back up, which is good.
Pyro above. No one to defend it.
Sam's Arc just manages to clutch at the last second.
Fake, yeah. Unlucky.
No, I don't think it was stake. It just happened to be... because I remember the Pyro took a fair amount of damage coming across the map.
Oh, so he was down. Okay.
Yeah. But good positioning from Sam there to prevent the potential last-minute frenzy.
Yeah, good intuition there. Him to respawn.
Anyways, we have Blackout coming up. Blackout, obviously, much more TC's map.
Although, the defense ADV is running is going to be better on this than opposites, in my opinion.
That's true. So we'll see how things shape up
here. Yeah, even though they run it well, I really don't like the double ninja instead of double heavy on opposites. But double ninja is definitely going to favor them more here. They're probably going to go double ninja soldier with Wolfie on soldier. And then, I'm not sure who on ninja, Crazy, and someone else.
They really could switch any number of people around.
Yeah. I do expect Wolfie to be their soldier, though, because he plays it a ton.
Yeah, that's fair.
They got Free Rider in, obviously, for Archer. Morgan Assassin. Not exactly sure what Dodando plays, to be honest.
Generally, any mix of heavy, soldier, medic, archer.
Okay, so free classes?
Mostly. I generally see them something bulkier, playing something.
So Free Rider are going to be posting up very defensive here, playing Spawn as Archer. TC...
Mori's playing in a fairly aggressive position as Assassin, does actually get rewarded for it, takes out one of the soldiers coming in.
TC doesn't have an Archer.
It's interesting, but with their...
oh, they do. Roster. Actually, yeah, Ben is on top of Spawn.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah. So we do have a steal from Male to start things off.
He's going up here. The problem with Ben's spot is there's a lot of routes they can take where, like, the time he has to headshot is like really low. If they run towards him and then cut mid, he has maybe 1-2 good shots. The spot he's in is more focused on getting them on the way in than the way out, I'd say. But we're likely not going to see mini Archer battles at all, with both Archers playing basically in their spawn. Swigginham coming in, but playing towards the side of Free Rider. Looking not to get headshotted.
And apologies again to people, I do occasionally have to mute.
Wait, that being said, if we get like
past
like 250
Discord as opposed to stream, so you probably
so very clean steal. And here's the thing, with Free Rider's position, if she cuts across and goes top now, he's not gonna have a headshot opportunity. But she decides to go XX dead right into Wolfie and Dodando.
Offense does die though, and that is going to be the frenzy there, cleaning up from Crazy.
Yeah, so we actually see Dodando on Soldier and Wolfie on Ninja. And Crazy on Pyro.
But this is definitely Free Rider's preferred position here. No surprise seeing him post up sort of by spawn.
Yeah, he's an offensive archer.
Surprising to see him move up and try to shoot from mid there, but not really the greatest angle.
Well, the thing with these archers do is they, like, their team should be communicating to them.
Arctic is actually going in the right way here too.
I bet this is out as soldier. Close to bars now.
Yeah.
And he's not going to get headshot here. That's the problem with that archer spot, is if someone gets around this corner, it becomes useless. 2 ninjas on him, but he's going to get knocked right into his medic.
Yeah.
That's going to be a restore coming
Sam's
there.
Playing the soldier, interestingly enough. Usually
good headshot, actually.
Okay, now that is going to be Crizzle as medic, but she's just getting...
They need to send someone else's medic here and knock the soldier off. Good web there, but
she's been forced to mid,
not good enough.
Meaning that the ninjas can get up to her, and that's just going to be a kill for Samzark.
Yeah, she was dead there anyway. June was in front of her as well. That's the thing. I hope... Okay, yeah, Ben has finally realized, like, if you're already playing super far back, he has free top control, and it's a way better archer spot than what he was using now. So, he's going to be getting a lot more opportunities here.
Right, so Arctic does go down there in the flag room. Looks like ADV has generally been handling TC's offense fairly well so far.
Yeah, I guess that's the
composition, but
the problem with, I guess, like, playing that spot in front of spawn on here isn't, like, what am I saying? Like, I guess it's not that it's a bad spot, it's just that you give the other archer control of the top.
Doesn't know if she's allowed to puff. Well, she can't see, Oh no, Assassin switching to Chemist is fine. Anyways, we do have a Vetus at the bars here. Again, Sam and June are the only things in the way, but he's essentially stalling there.
The pass to Crystal.
The bar pass to Crystal, but
back to the medic again, though.
She does have support from Hollow.
They should get a second medic here. She's free. Okay, and there it is. Restore
and now Vetus has to stop healing now.
Restore went through already. He can't heal now. He's on cooldown, so any hits there weren't medic teaming. But
he went straight for the ninja anyways.
Yeah, there was no chance of
Arctic steals in the ensuing chaos, and she does have Pudgy there, but goes down anyways.
Really picks it up. Pudgy goes down immediately.
For ADV.
Yeah.
Very good start for ADV, in fact.
Well, that's one thing, right? Now that Ben is up top, only way really to avoid the archer is going bars, and that's what they did. And he's actually gone back to spawn now, so he's not even up there anymore.
Yeah. Still, the pace hasn't exactly been quick for either team, despite the steals from ADV, so we could see a map that goes the distance here.
I mean, yeah, it was the same thing on the last map as well. Both teams played, like, relatively slow. TC just got a early cap.
Well, yeah, but the difference on there was that both teams were playing very aggressively at the start.
Oh, yeah,
saw a lot of steals coming in.
But they regressed later on.
Yeah.
When it came up.
It wasn't really regression so much as they played more passively during the stalemate.
Yeah. Alright, James predicting a long stalemate starting at 18 minutes.
I mean, yeah, that's sort of a safe bet. So we've got TC coming in sort of by spawn side here, actually. Swit gets knocked into the flag room a bit early, but Arctic does manage to steal. She is on the wall.
This is TC's game, right? Yeah. They have Swit tank the damage on the way in, right? Eatle up, get Party's Frenzy, then Arc runs in and gets a free steal.
Now, Arc has been forced spawn side, though, and does go down.
I'm surprised teams haven't really started recognizing it as much yet. Because, like, it's almost always, like, when they run Swit and Arctic even, it's always Swit going in first and Arc getting the steals. And basically, they have Swit sit
it's
on
not
Pudgy.
So much that it's... It's not so much that it's hard to recognize, but for a fair number of teams, it is hard to stop.
Yeah.
Because if you commit people to Arctic, you're risking the potential third offense going in. Now, they are, I believe, only running Pudgy as well on offense right now, but that isn't always.
Well, they actually have 3 soldiers and a medic here now. Sam is up past mid.
Yeah, although he usually just roams up.
But he was killing people on the.
So Swit is in as well. Oh yeah, Sam does go in as well to help out.
3 soldiers there.
Swit
Who
gets the steal. Okay. I think she is quite a bit lower actually.
Now here's the problem with
Pudgy does make it there.
If Swit makes
Nobody
it across,
was pressuring Pudgy. On the other side though,
Pudgy headshot
Venus goes down to June.
Pudgy or Swit here waiting for a restore or something by the looks of it. Pudgy's dead.
Yeah. She does actually juke.
Nearly headshot there. That's another one that's close. Pudgy is dropped, but that's way easier for the archer to headshot down there. Switch just gonna ignore Pudgy, but then turn back later looking for it.
She does have quite a bit of support though. Wolfie's the only person left to really get the recov there, and she has been knocked.
No restore again, and there it is, right there. So that's gonna be restore. Sam is now on her as Ninja as well. Wolfie's gonna be the only thing really standing between them, as well as the assassin. They both go down simultaneously there. And Switch is just running in here, and this should be a pretty free capture from this point on.
Yeah. So that's going to tie it up. We've got a 1-1 scoreline.
You see Avedis coming in here on ADV's side. He's taking a lot of damage on the way in. June is
that was a good adaptation from TC, moving Sam up. Because as I mentioned, that extra person on offense really can cause trouble if ADV's already having trouble stopping the 3-person TVC offense.
Well, yeah, and what happened there also is that Sam killed both the ninjas that went after Pudgy there. The Pudgy was able to get in fairly untouched, get the heal off on Arctic.
So you saw an interesting attempt there from ADV Freerider, actually roamed up a bit, and though he was caught by Sam, that could indicate that they're going to play a lot more aggressively on offense now. Male gets headshotted there by Flagpost, but you did see as well that Hollow went after Flagpost right after that headshot. So that was a very aggressive push from ADV. I think they wanted to get a cap right there in response to TC getting out. And they do have to cap to tie it. It's just interesting that they went for that offensive push right away. That's usually not ADV's style as much. With that said, Male is out again. He's going towards XXX dead this time.
And he's very out this time.
Yeah. With that said, he doesn't have a lot of support there with him. Loreen's going to start to get damage on him up top.
And none for that matter.
Crizzle may make it there.
I think I saw a restore there.
Okay,
maybe not.
There, right there was the restore. Ash is waiting there just at the back line as Assassin, but goes down to Crizzle. With that said, Crizzle is kept away from Male right now.
One thing I want to point out is that Killer decided not to pop Frenzy there.
That was interesting.
On him with it. Hit him away and then didn't get it.
Oh, but the headshot coming in from Flagpost knocks it down to Crizzle, and Crizzle has a lot more trouble holding.
Well, that's the thing, right? Both teams get decent steals, but look at where Ben is and look at where Freerider is, right? Freerider still is.
So now you have 2 ninjas there. But they both go down quickly to Crizzle. Is she going to try to pass here? Loreen is waiting there if she does.
Ash just stolen his assassin. Gonna go for a pass there, but it doesn't get picked up. It's gonna be the restart.
Bettis is sort of getting... Oh, that's a ninja pickup.
I don't think I would have recovered. There was no one there.
Yeah, that would be my call as well.
Yeah, that ninja was 5-6 blocks away and it got dropped instantly. They could have pearled it and recovered there if they wanted to recover. That, though, is borderline medic team there. That was pretty fucking obvious, actually. I don't know.
I mean, you're a mod as well, so if your call was that was medic teaming, then yeah.
I don't think the recovery would have came through anyway. Like,
but it's still medic teaming.
Yeah. Hold up. Do we have? Can you go back in YouTube bots like instantly?
I don't know.
I don't know. Nin said something as well. What did you see, Nin?
Okay. Yeah, Nin, could you please
yeah,
take a look at that?
Because from my perspective, it looked like
if was there anyone in position to?
There were, I believe, 2 ninjas on the medic. Yeah.
Just be quick about it, because I don't want to have it stall out for too long here.
Yeah, we're at 18 minutes now, so if we go like a minute or 2. Yeah, my thing is that medic was full health as well.
Sort of have to keep monitoring the game here.
Yeah.
So apologies on that.
So we see Wolfie purling in here, attempting to recover on Swit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 good hits there, but she's a lot of support here. That being said, a lot of it gets cleared out here. And that's just damage going on from the Dono onto Swit that isn't getting healed up until now when Pudgy comes in. They fairly got close. Or they got fairly close. What did I just say?
Yeah, good call, James.
Oh yeah, look at yeah, the viewers get to watch the Blackout special. Happens just about every match.
I don't know who I'd give the edge to on recovery right now. They do have a Killer going as Pyro, and one thing I've noticed with him is he tends to be a little out of sync with the rest of the team.
That being said, Crazy's playing extremely like defensively though, so TC definitely has like more
Killer
potential power.
Does just go down there though.
Okay, so TC has like a potentially better recover, but it relies on Killer actually being able to get there, which to this point he hasn't managed to do on either map actually.
You are seeing a flag post try and try to get the headshot from there, but doesn't work out.
Alright, Nin said, looking at the stream, it was Def Medic teaming since it started with 2 ninjas. That's what I saw from my perspective too. 2 ninjas hitting him and then the restore coming through.
We've already burned 3 minutes off though.
A bit late though, yeah.
Yeah. Sort of wish we had an instant replay type feed, but we don't really have the opportunity to pause the game, so.
Yeah, I had like a pretty bad angle on it. I was like in the flag room and I saw the restore and I'm like, okay, there's people fucking hitting him, but like, yeah. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the handoff anyway.
Perhaps not, but
yeah.
We are going to obviously have to act a little more quickly if we see that again.
Oh yeah.
Obviously
now that it's happened once.
Right away, since we don't have a medic flag holder now, but yeah. If we see anything.
Well, now that it happens once, if we see something like it again, we can just.
Yeah.
So double ninja
does seem to be putting on a fair amount of pressure. Same for ADV. Pushes really don't look sustained though.
Double ninja will only work if it's like distracting for an archer. Like one ninja sitting invis, the other going like back and forth, just putting pressure on there, like allowing the archer to have like possible angles and shit. But
so
like
we do have Ben escorting Sam, both going around the map. Sam being the archer.
That's an interesting swap there. Sam's actually in a pretty good spot to headshot where Hallow is if he goes up a little bit. He's going for pot shots here though, not exactly getting.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure about that. For archers who don't know and who may be watching the stream, you do have a fairly good angle from the wall here sometimes to pick off a headshot if you can just shoot it through the grates there. That being said, he needs someone, difficult with a little practice.
He needs someone on his team, probably like a ninja sitting there invis, calling out where the arrows are landing, so he knows how to adjust. Because right now a lot of these aren't even like remotely close. And by this point he's fired, what, like 15 arrows? He should be getting somewhere close. But he needs an interesting, like, he has one now. But, he's not in a position to continue doing that, rather.
It's sort of difficult with the archer spots on Blackout to get people sort of in the middle here. You always can. That's the thing, you always can, because you either have this angle here, although that is easy to spot from spawn, and sort of the opposite angle here or here. But regardless,
well, it's for stuff like soldier.
Oh, headshot coming in.
Pick up by the pyro. That's not gonna be good.
Pyro has it. He's gonna try to pass right away. I would think.
Should be a ninja. Almost got it.
Nearly gets there, but Hollow does manage to pick it up again.
I think we have to go for that, even if like, because that pyro's gonna go down with both those ninjas. They just need to risk that handoff, I think. And they do, and it works out for them. What I was saying before, though, is, like, with, like, the archer spots being restricted with the spot, like, Hallow's going, obviously you can always headshot, right, it's Blackout. But if they send in, like, a pyro, a mage, a soldier, something just to disrupt Hallow, like, force him to move, the archer spots open up like crazy. I mean, Ben could be sitting like literally anywhere up top, and if Hallow goes on top of this building, it's adjustable.
So we are going to see the defense sort of get set up again, or recovery support, flag holder support get set up again for ADV here.
And one thing to note here is that
they are moving a little further backwards, interestingly.
TC's support is literally just Pudgy.
But the pressure is really being kept up on ADV right now, so that they can get away. Sam is in a good position to get a headshot there, just a little lower. I don't know if he can. He knows
we're already gonna take out
rates there, but
this could be a headshot going on to Swit, very close. But TC has a group that's now going on him. Yeah, TC has 5 people here now. Double Ninja still there, but it's not gonna get much done. They do have a soldier on Rico now. Pudgy's on cooldown, I believe.
I think Freerider should be able to kill Arc there, but he doesn't have enough space to kill Swit right away. So yeah. Arc playing Ninja on here is a little interesting. That she's not exactly known for PvP regardless. So
if they get another opportunity like that, they should honestly like send that pyro. Because if there's just the medic and the soldier, and that pyro sneaks up, like no ninja or anything got him. Like for example, like the pyro and archer there could have come around the backside and gotten so much earlier and had like a free chance here. Like all they needed there was 3 people on Rico.
You know, if a team could get coordinated enough to the point where they can do this, it would be interesting to see if teams would bring in a couple people sort of just for stalemates. And you could swap cappers in and out during stalemates for someone who's better at recovery.
Mm-hmm. That'd be interesting.
And again, for the tournament maybe, since you're looking at usually 8v8 to 10v10s, you can usually have a couple subs.
Yeah. One thing I've been exploring recently is there's a lot of like potential like insta-kill combos in CTF. Stuff like Frenzy Hit and like Elf Peer, stuff like Mage Lightning Frenzy Hit, stuff like that.
Right.
They've kind of been like experimenting with, because a lot of times, right, you'll get like one Frenzy Hit and the medic will like heal it off or something, right?
Or just Mage Lightning with enough ninjas.
Well, yeah. I mean, even Mage and Elf is a pretty potent combo as well.
Yeah.
And 5, what is it?
And if the rework goes through before long, although I don't think we're going to have that for the tournament.
Yeah. I mean, 5.5 hearts of true damage plus a ninja, that's like, you probably got like a 50% chance of recovering if everything hits there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say most play holders probably wouldn't react to that fast enough.
Right.
Elf is actually pretty strong here on Rico.
You're assuming that the average person has a quarter-second reaction time. If you time things right with Elf and Mage, that can be pretty devastating.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 different forms of damage as well, so it can be almost instant. So we're gonna go down there to a headshot.
Oh yeah.
Wolfie with the recovery.
He does get the recovery.
Medic almost picked that back up, I'm pretty sure, but got knocked down.
Ash does steal, but goes down right away. June gets out as a soldier. Oh boy.
This is a look I haven't seen in a while. I'm interested.
Oh, that's gonna be terrifying.
So June used to be very good at holding.
Oh, but down there though.
I was going to the recuv. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's going to be the add a little more controversy because that was the steal with the medic team. But I think
out. Not a lot of
general assessment was the medic team probably wasn't necessary, at least if it was obvious.
It happened, but I think the medic would have, like, if the medic was at all decent at staking, they would have survived. The ninjas went down like almost instantly, but there were probably like 4 or 5 hits put onto the medic.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough call, I guess. But
so that being said, down there gets caught at the halfway point.
Last map we saw TC taking an early lead and winning 1-0 on it. On this map, it's not really an early lead since it's blackout. 8 minutes is pretty far in. But we do see ADV basically flipping the table, and overall it's a tied match right now.
Yeah, exactly. We are tied on caps and on maps.
With both teams theoretically winning the other's map pick if we were to end like this.
Yeah.
Something we see a lot on Blackout though, because Blackout's a pretty like volatile map, being super like offensive biased and whatnot. Stealing's pretty easy. So you can see teams really just come out of nowhere and get a lot of caps if they just have a good defense. Because basically anyone can steal, you know?
Speaking of stealing, Swit is out right now. She does actually have the medic support right there.
Yeah, I don't think she even got hit.
Yeah.
Double ninja, Pudgy's gonna drop down.
He was AFK for a second, actually, which may have contributed to that.
So Wolfie gonna pearl up top.
Sam is waiting there. And
if I can say one thing, I really don't like the fact that ADV puts 3 people onto that medic when Squid is full health going across bars.
Yeah. Now, Avedis is out on the other side, almost untouched here. He does have support now.
He's also going a route that the archer isn't really going to have any level of effectiveness. June doing a good job keeping him back.
Yeah. Just holding him.
Wolfie's there now. Wolfie's going to kill June, though. Maybe. Oh, no. June's actually going to knock him down, but June goes down as well.
Falls to his death, yeah.
Yeah, that's the EU versus NA special. Alrighty. And here we are once again. This is the exact same 2 players that had the flag on.
Now, interestingly, Sam is elf here. Looks like he's going to be trying to keep the headshots off of Squid.
If you land second, okay, well, he's on support, but talking about elf recov, since it is something I like to do sometimes this map. If you land double pure onto the flag carrier, right, that second pure shot and 1 ninja crit onto a soldier is a kill.
Oh yeah, no, we've seen it used on recovery in the past. Ray has a couple times, for example.
Yeah, I've seen Ray, I've seen Snowbreak, I think, has run it as well.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, the first shot doesn't have to be fully charged, doesn't have to hit that player either. First shot can be on anyone. It's just that second shot, if it hits the fight carrier and a buff ninja crits, they go down.
Yeah.
If they're soldier.
And with the number of people you have around a flag holder, it's actually pretty easy to get those shots.
Yeah, it's just about landing that second shot. The first shot's easy to get, you know? But getting that second shot onto the flank carrier is the difficult part. But when it does come through, it's really good. That being said, also, second pure shot and mage lightning is an insta-kill. Any class in the game.
Yeah.
And I think people really, like, underestimate true damage.
As well.
Hmm?
And that can be instant as well.
Oh yeah, that can be, yeah, milliseconds. But I think people underestimate true damage that isn't pyro, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like, they don't realize.
Obviously not as viable as just getting a frenzy off on someone, but...
Oh yeah, but they don't realize like how well it can be combined with like high damage classes like heavy and ninja.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the thing you can say about mage and elf, right, is mage and elf have some of like the highest damage potential in the game, but actually executing all that damage is like really difficult.
Alright, let's see what we got here going around the far side. Looks like Hollow has spotted out the Pyro with medic support. Killer is supporting Arctic, who is Pyro.
That being said, I'm actually gonna have to go because I have an unofficial on the other match server in 5 minutes.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it has been fun.
Yeah, you have fun with that solo commentary there.
Oh yeah, of course. My favorite, personally.
Especially when you have to go AFK for 30 seconds and...
But hey, I've got the people in the spectator chat to help out.
Oh yeah. Fill in the gaps. Alright, well...
Yeah.
It was good.
Was good, indeed.
Peace.
So, yeah, see you around.
Oh, that being said, Siwu and Wrath, you guys should probably come to that match, just saying.
Yeah. Nin can stay here, though. So, anyways, we do have TC with the more or less the same setup around Squid. There's not a lot of pressure on her right now. Hasn't been for a little while. We are going to see ADV actually bring 4, maybe 5 people across the top here. They are going to get intercepted by Arctic. But actually, it looks like Arctic's going to take a beating. Molly is dropping in here with Frenzy, and the opposing web is actually going to let him survive the fall. He is getting zoned out here by Sam, though, so should go down. And does burn the Frenzy. Now, with that many people committed to Arctic, you still have a fair number on defense there, or supporting Avedis there, even when they had the 4 or 5 people over. So there hasn't really been a perfect opportunity for TC to sort of come in and counter with their recovery. Oh, headshot right next to the flag holder there from flag post. And he is using the spot I talked about earlier through the bars. He is going to be knocked away now, though, even with the medic support. But that pulls a lot of people away from the flag holders, so if TC had more back there, could have been quite damaging. I won't exactly vouch for Ash and Arctic in terms of PvP, but Sweat definitely is a little underrated in that sense. It's the reason why she goes in early, basically, because she can take damage and deal a fair amount back in return. And quite frankly, a lot of teams that rely on the MLG PvPers and so on will still get capped on by TC just because of how much better they are when it comes to positioning. So I would take Arc or Ash on offense over a lot of people any day. And, right, to be honest, I'm not going to vouch for either Saiwu or Rathburn on anything. So, you know, glass houses and stones. All that fun stuff. Anyways, we do see a push coming in here from TC. Loreen did get frenzied briefly, but gets taken out on the top. Looks like Avedis is actually moving to the flag room here. And Wolfie is calling out the turtle here, so we'll see what they actually end up doing. They are moving a fair amount of support for Avedis to the flag room. But that is a more exposed position than spawn. Maybe a little premature with a minute left. Because that spot he's in right now especially can be headshotted pretty easily. And even inside the flag room here, if you get someone down middle, you can get the headshot. I don't think TC's responding quickly enough to their change in tactics, though. So with about 30 seconds left, this is probably going to be game here. Because not going to be able to take down Avedis. And, let's see. We do have one more ninja in here. June's coming in as well, but that should be able to tank this out, and that's going to be the game. We may pause here for a substitution, but this is essentially a clean slate going into the third map, which is going to be a Valley of Ruin original. All right, so got the timer paused. So for those viewers watching the stream who I can't communicate directly with, I do hope you're enjoying things so far. Has been a pretty intense game. And even though I'm doing solo commentary here, this has been pretty fun to watch overall. It really can't end quickly enough. So we do have Lawton coming in. He's another new addition for TC as well, following Galvanize disbanding. Has played a lot with Pudgy in the past, both on Galvanize and Genetic and Radiance and basically everything else. And he generally mains Assassin. So we do actually have a bit of a sort of, I don't know if I'd say genetic gathering here, but just in general. And I am going to respec removers. So with Everyone good to go. We are going on to Valley of Ruin Original here. The majority of the map is actually pretty open, as you may notice, but the flag rooms are pretty enclosed, so can be a very difficult task to get out. This map could very easily go 20 minutes again. Usually does. We will see how TC adapts their strategy on here, but with Killer gone, we may just see Sam on Pyro. And that is going to be the case. Looks like June is going heavy defense. And they are, interestingly, bringing 2 soldiers here on VOR. That may not be what people would assume an offense would do on a flag room like this, which is very enclosed. But the moment they do get out, they do have the wall on the far side, which is very advantageous for soldiers. Much less so for any form of recovery that usually gets run on here. And yes, this is a very good map for Free Rider. TC doesn't really have an Archer main on right now. Kev could match up with him pretty well, I would think, but they don't have Kev, and as opposed to some points in the past where they had no shortage of Archer mains, they do have a number of people who can flex onto Archer, but aren't really the greatest. So we do have Swit and Arctic coming in here. Swit, again, taking most of the damage right away. Arctic gets out immediately, but gets assassinated by Mori, who is tracking the play well. And that is going to be the end of TC's offense there. Free Rider, as you saw, did start firing backwards to help out at that point, because he does actually have a view of it over from his perch there. I don't think TC's actually contesting them at all with the Archer, though. They're sort of just relying on being able to go up the wall here and making things difficult for Free Rider. And he's trying to go for the easier target in Arctic / whoever is down low. Now, Pudgy's position there does make her very susceptible to voltage, and she gets knocked off, so that is going to slow down the offense a bit, most likely. Generally, the best route against an Archer, where Free is behind the back row of trees here, because you aren't as vulnerable to being knocked off the map. It still does make it challenging, and if you do keep an eye on where the Archer is shooting, you can generally avoid the shots. But that is still difficult with a number of other people on you if you're trying to cross the map. Now, TC's defense here is Sam, Loudon, Doorpost, and Ash. Not a very bulky defense, aside from June, who I believe is roaming up there. But regardless, seems to be doing the trick so far. We do have Loudon actually go down to, I believe that was Crizzle there. And Hollow's going to come in late, try to fish for the steal, but doesn't get it. Avedis, on the other hand, gets out. He is going up the staircase, getting slowed here, though, and gets caught by the recovery. So, the fact that Loudon and Flagpost died fairly early on meant that they could actually get back in front there. So, clearing a low health ninja too early on offense sometimes can be an issue. Arctic is going heavy now, but does go down, and Swit goes down on the other side. So we don't really see either team changing their setup. ADV's offense is coming in here. They're actually going to be met by June inside the flag room this time, since he wasn't roaming. Grizzle does go down as well, but Hollow isn't really picked up going in. Sam does get the Clutch Frenzy on him, though. I wouldn't really say that about TC's, though, because June has been roaming out a fair amount. There's definitely more roaming for ADV, but they're not that different. And wow, Swit just isn't picked up at all right there, and does get out with the flag right away. Does see Mori this time, and I believe she blocked the assassinate there, so she's going to get up the wall. Now, Wolfie is waiting there on the wall. Does get one hit, but actually boosts her forward pretty far. And Swit gets down off the wall there. Wolfie's just going to waste more health. Free Rider is still in range. Narrowly misses there. But finally gets Swit. Pudgy's going to pick it up, but gets assassinated right away by Mori. Very clutch play from him there. On the other side, Avedis does get out, but they're not... Oh, that web! The web actually just keeps Crizzle away for long enough to not pick up the flag. So good chances there from both sides, but arguably I think TC should have been able to get the cap there if they had just pressured Free a bit more. They weren't exactly short on people supporting Swit. So we are going to see TC go up the side here again. And again, that opens them up to Volky, but he doesn't hear it being up this time. Maybe trying to get there now, but instead he goes straight for Pudgy. Pudgy does take him out that time. On the other side, we do have a steal from Avedis. He's almost at the end of the stairs. Does still have medic support down there from Molly123. But Avedis actually gets knocked back there. June picks up on that a little late, so he misses out on some of the damage he could have gotten. And the medic's going to be right there again. Lawton actually gets the assassinate on both supports, though. So Lawton also gets the kill on the soldier. What a clutch from TC's new assassin. Again, though, you did see Freerider was able to support pretty well in that fight. Graves does go over to finish him off pretty quickly, but there's just been so little pressure on Freerider all game, and I do think that's a mistake from TC. It may just be that they can't have someone to spare on him all the time, but still. We're seeing a Noon get fought by basically the whole team there. The web from Molly did take out Lawton more or less, but not before he was able to get one person on offense for AEV. And Sam posting up does get Crizzle, who's now switched over to Heavy, so that's going to be the end of the offensive push from ADV. I really do think ADV put themselves in a position where they should have been able to get in with more people, but they just hesitated at a couple points, and that allowed an assassination and so on. Now, we do have Lorraine coming in late here for TC. Shouldn't be able to get the steal, I would think, but yeah, it does go down to Thunder. Freerider is trying to pick people off coming across the map. Interestingly, though, Arc just goes around behind him. Seems to be a worthwhile route. All three soldiers are going to get there. I believe the headshot was onto Pudgy. Yeah, Pudgy. So we should see Lorraine go into the flat room here alongside Swit. Coming in from opposite sides, Swit has attracted everyone's attention right away. It doesn't stay alive long enough to let Lorraine get in safely. Pudgy is actually coming in behind, though. Heals Arena as opposed to going for the flag herself, because she generally doesn't want to be stealing. That may cost them a steal, though. Now, Vedit's on the other side has not gotten out. I guess Lawton came in and got the assassinate on them. But it looked like they were almost up the sponge. So we are going to see Crizzle go in here, as well as Hollow, both cutting back now. June and Ash are in the way. It looks like Crizzle should almost be able to get the flag. Does get it, but has taken a lot of damage here, and goes down to Sam. We do have Arc waiting on the other side. He's actually going to get the spotted by Nanda there. On the other side, we do have Swit and Pudgy coming through. So far, so good for them. And Arctic, who wasn't killed, comes in behind, gets the restore. and looks like she's going to be able to get out the tunnel there. Wall climbs up to avoid Wolfie. The assassin's not quite there in time, and she just has to avoid Free Rider now, which is a pretty tall order. He does get the headshot right there. So, we are going to see TC come across again. Same setup, 2 soldiers, 1 heavy, 1 medic. Pudgy getting picked off early on, as usual. I do hate to say as usual, but she does seem to be the odd one out with Free Rider getting picks on everyone else. And generally, the less mobile classes tend to be the easier targets for an archer. Looks like this time Wolfie's going to be right up there to knock her off again. So Swit is entering the flag room this time, going down one side, going to draw the attention. And Lorraine is coming in the other side, as well as Arctic. This time she's going to get hit a lot by Wolfie going out up the stairs again, but they both went for Arctic, leaving Lorraine to get the steal. Lore is going to get out. Gets up the wall as well, so Free Rider has a more difficult shot there, but still manages to get it. That's going to be the kill. So again, Free Rider has just been cleaning up where his team can't manage to get the kills inside the flag room. TC's definitely been having the better steals all game, but 1 lapse for their defense, of course, could just give ADV the win overall. Of course, 1 lapse from Free Rider could cost ADV the games. And with their defense doing a middling job, I guess I'd say, holding on, that could definitely happen. So we do have TC going in again. Looks like Lure and Swit are going to go in unopposed this time, with Dondo going after Arctic. Coming in from all sides. And Arctic is going to get the steal. She is getting slowed a little bit here by Crazy, and does eventually go down. The unfortunate thing on those stairs is it only takes 1 or 2 hits to really break your rhythm, and especially going around the corner, you are vulnerable to something like Frenzy. So we are going to see Free Rider here, pressuring across the map. Pudgy is waiting there for Swit, so they are grouped up, but Swit actually goes down there, and Wolfie's going to pressure Pudgy. We do have a steal on the opposite side, actually, from ADV. Male / Molly / however he wants it pronounced, is going to be their medic. And I think he just lagged through that, quite frankly. But Laden is there with the assassin, doesn't manage to get the assassinate, and Hollow is there to support as medic. I am going to have to watch fairly closely for medic gaming here, obviously, but he's gotten ahead. Yeah, that was a restore out of combat. So Male should get the cap here. So, I mean, yeah, it looks like TC doesn't really have anyone there to contest aside from Ash. So with 6 minutes left, ADV has the lead. Nobody really picks up on Swit going in, though. Almost sneaks up and gets a steal there, but from here on out... Oh, Arctic comes in late, too. Does manage to get the steal, but the web placement is there from Hollow. And really, with all of ADV in the flag room there, they weren't getting out. So Molly's been showing his lag all game, more or less, and that time it really just bit TC. They were positioned very well to stop him, so it's quite unfortunate he was able to get through. Avedis is sort of just being caught between June and Flagbus there. And we are joined by the legendary German Red Nohawks, my personal favorite mod, greatest person of all time that I've ever met. We do have TC's offense trying to come in here. ADV seems to have switched over to more or less turtling here. They don't even really seem to have an offense. I'm just going to count the people here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 on defense. Count if you count free. They're not even really trying to hide that they're turtling. And I don't know if TC's really picked up on it yet. They haven't switched more people over to offense. No, they should be doing so now. Yeah, they did move Lawton up there for a second. Okay, now they're going to bring more people on offense. Vettis, Crizzle. Looks like just the 2 of them going on offense. But they're really roaming hard. It's a 6-person defense. And they're betting essentially if they can keep their roaming up all game. Even with a light flag room for a defense of this size, they should be able to hold TC to no caps here and when they match. Overall, it's been a very competitive game. But it's not over yet by any means. This sort of defense does leave ADV vulnerable at times. So Lorena's going in now. Looks like she's going in solo, and Crazy's just going to get a couple more hits towards his Frenzy later on. Swit manages to kill Wolfie there, but just with the amount of roaming, that's just damage onto TC as they cross the map. They're not changing up too much, too. But what's different now is they're getting staggered going in. So you can't really have people come in from multiple sides like they were doing with Steel. Pudgy's having a hard time getting across the map, too, just because Wolfie and Male are doing so much damage as Ninja. And able to get back so quickly. I mean, Wolfie's already back right now. So it's definitely a frustrating defense play again if you're on offense, especially with Freerider picking up any groups that get a little too clumped up going across mid. Now, he is finally going to get pressured here by Jin and knocked into the water, but those 2 ninjas on him there are not going to be able to help out elsewhere. And with 2 ninjas coming in on the offense, that's actually just going to leave Pudgy exposed, and she should go down here. So you're seeing ADV methodically pick apart TC's offense now that they really do have the people to do it. And with the web there as well, I believe that's Arctic or Swit got caught out. I guess it would have been Swit since Arctis was coming over right there. So just a minute and a half left. This is desperation time for TC. Arctic and Swit are coming across together. It looks like with June roaming, Freerider's not going to have that much of an impact right now, so it is down to the rest of the roaming defense for ADV. Swit and Arctic, as well as Loreen, are in a fairly vulnerable position there, but they are going to try to go down now. Loreen goes in more or less by herself, so it's a one-on-one with Crazy. He does have the Frenzy and takes her out, but that does remove the Frenzy so that Arctic doesn't have to deal with it going in. Isn't going to matter, though, since she gets caught by the roaming, and that should be the game, more or less. We are going to see one last desperate push from TC, but even though we may be able to see a steal here with Pudgy finally going in with the rest of the offense, this should be over. And yeah, that's going to be it. So a good win from ADV overall, managing to clutch things out with 6 minutes left and take the lead. Unfortunate at times for TC, which looked better on the first and third maps, but regardless, very fun match to watch, and good game to both teams. So, since we are picking the player of the game right now, I think I'm probably going to have to give it to Freerider, just for, especially on that final map, but throughout. He did get the recovery as well, or at least start the recovery on the on Blackout, which gave them the win. And the reason why I think I would pick Freerider over Z-Cray is because I'm biased towards archers. Well, no, it's not. Is because Crazy was, quite frankly, letting people out of the flag room quite a bit. And the reason why Freerider got as many, more than a little of Blackout. TC was getting out a lot on Blackout. At least prior to the stalemates. I quite frankly would give it to Freerider myself. Making his presence known but not feared is what I'd say. Crazy, as we saw throughout the game, could get picked off every now and then, and I do think he played well on Pyro, but he wasn't really an X factor. And especially on the second and third maps, which are the ones that ADV won, Freerider was really making a difference overall. He broke the stalemates, he kept TC spread out, especially on Valley of Ruin. And he did save quite a few would-be caps. So that's my argument anyways. Do we have anyone else in the call who might be a tie-breaking vote on that, in that sense?
No, I just have to agree. Freerider carried us.
Oh, lovely. Well, anyways, I think we are going to give player of the game this time around to Freerider. And I'll be ending my stream now, so hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.